Hi everyone, how are you? This is Spirit Guide. Welcome back to the channel. I would like to thank you for taking time to spend some time with me and on this journey of life, and we've all found each other. Thank you for the individuals who are watching my broadcast or my videos online. Everyone seems to like prosperity lies ahead. Great. I love that energy. So today what I'm going to do is just a little emotional check-in to see what's going on. Later today I'm going to film where I'm going to go into actual tarot, and we can start to see how energies are moving towards the end of our 24. Okay. All right, as usual, I'm going to start with my hand sanitizer, just regular hand sanitizer. Hopefully everyone's having a lovely, lovely 24. As you know, I'm into my 24 right now. I heard one of my videos back, 'cause I do watch them before I publish them. And one video, you can actually hear some noise like this. Hold on. You hear it? That's my dog. She's, again, I'm intuitively, animals and children are intuitively drawn to me. As I shared before, I actually had a situation where I was in Target and a child, must not have been a year, barely was walking, and the child took the hand of their parent and dragged them, like, softly pulled them to me. And this child just started staring at me and then wanted to touch my hand. And the father was just like, I am so sorry. We found a random person to do this to. And I was like, no, it's okay. I was like, children are drawn to me and so are animals. So if you hear that noise in the background, that's my dog. I don't close her out of spaces in my space. She pays rent too. So she's allowed to, everybody here exists together. So just hopefully you can bear the noise. It's barely any noise, but I know sometimes just in having conversations on the phone, her and the cat can get very loud. So hopefully that won't happen now. But every time I do a reading, she's on the floor playing with the same toy. She actually brings it into the space I'm in with the toy. So, okay. So now that we're acquainted with with my dog, so I'm gonna start with, of course, the prism cards. I start with these, and I do have new cards that I'm ordering, and they're coming in. I do start with these because these are, again, the most simplest, and for my intuitive abilities, I'm able to pull a lot of energy from these cards. The cards, like the tarot deck, the one that I like to use is, of course, we know the Nightmare Before Christmas Tim Burton deck. It has a lot of detail to it, and it's I like it. The energy is really good from it. The other tarot decks that are more the traditional tarot decks, it's a lot of it's intuitively, for me, I don't pull as much from those. I can still use them and I will still be using them, but I'm just explaining the differences in the deck so you don't think I'm always just going to go to this one. I go to the ones that pull the most energy for me so that I can tap in and I can let you know what I'm actually seeing. Okay. All right, so let's begin. Thank you so much for today. Thank you for these 24 hours that you have given us, you have bestowed upon us. Thank you for allowing us to exist within a continuum with each other, and thank you for allowing us at this point to commune as a community. What energy does my community have today? What is our overall energy? What should we be working on? Wait, that's three different questions. Okay. What energy should we be working on today? What's the energy we should be working on today? I had to narrow that down. It was three different questions. What is the energy we should be? Three different cards. Look at that. Right there. Okay. I guess here's the answer in the first three questions I asked. First, second, third. Okay. All right. So let's see what we have. Balance. We've been getting this card a lot. Balance. Right? Balance. Yeah. Surrender. Of course, our favorite, my favorite, abundance, right? Abundance. And of course it's showing abundance of coins, but in this reading, yes, I am seeing there's an abundance of coins. I'm seeing that people's individuals in this community finances are flowing a lot better. I see that we are with abundance. We're getting a lot of what we have, what I don't want to say what we're entitled to, but we've gone through a difficult season in this community. There's been a difficult season, meaning there were obstacles we did not see. There were things we had to overcome, and we have. So our abundance, it's here. The abundance is here. The past few readings, if you go back on YouTube and look at them, it's been talking about prosperity. There's something here. There's an advancement. There's a promotion. There's something. That's your abundance. It's here. Congratulations, the abundance is here. We've worked hard and it's now here. We had to surrender, clearly, right? That was what we talked about before, is giving up that control, giving up that need to be always right. Just kind of taking deep breaths and relaxing, just relaxing, letting things flow, going with the environment. This surrender card, I'm seeing more of, it was a test that we had to go through. It was something, it was orchestrated. There were tests orchestrated to see if we're able to overcome something without having this abundance to fall back on, right? Because this community, and I said it from before, this community energy I'm getting, very abundant, very, just always resources at hand, plentiful resources at hand. I'm feeling that some of the tests the community went through, resources were stripped. They were taken away. That was a test to see how much we could, or how much the community could be able to stand on its own when resources are stripped and all you have left is your inner knowing, your faith, your intuition, right? And we passed. We passed. We passed it by having balance, and it wasn't easy to get it. It wasn't easy to get this balance that we now have. We had to, the community had to begin to not only strip away its own resources, the community had to readjust how they were speaking to people, had to readjust how the expectations they're placing on people, and had to also readjust their idea of success in order to have this now abundance. And this is an abundance going on, okay? It's not always financial. Maybe, congratulations if you are the one from Illinois who had the beautiful abundance, right? But I don't know, you might be watching, but this abundance I'm hearing, it's faith, it's stability, and it's understanding, right? So that is something that the community has actually gained. So that is absolutely beautiful, beautiful. Let me see if there's one more energy. Now that we've learned balance of our emotions, surrendering to a situation, and you have now given us an abundance of resources and put us right back to where we were before, what should we be focused more on? Is there an emotion, or is there an idea, something we should be more focused on? Is the answer going to be in here, or should I be pulling another deck? What is it the community should be more focused on? Now that we have our balance together, we have surrendered to all things, and now you've given us back our abundance. What should we be more focused on now? I don't think the answer's in here. Oh. Look at that. Strength. Strength. So the question I asked, you heard me ask it. What should we be more focused on now? The answer is strength. Okay? The answer is strength. We should be focused more on our strength here. So how do we, within that lesson, the lesson that we have to learn is, how do we take all these gifts that we have now acquired, we passed the test, how do we take it and how do we begin to turn it into something that we can now um, acquire more resources in order to fulfill on a different level, right? So we've passed all these tests, we have our reward, and we know strength is now what we have to focus on, right? Because we might be a little battered, from all of this happening, especially because it says that the community had to strip their resources. So resources were stripped from the community. There was a moment, probably some people I'm seeing ultimate loss. I'm seeing ultimate loss in order to get here. Okay, and that happens. That's not negative. It happens because there is a lesson. If we don't, I'm a firm believer. If we don't learn the lesson the first time, it just keeps coming back. It comes back, and every time the lesson comes back, the challenge, the task gets harder. So if we didn't recognize it on the lower level, if we didn't recognize it on the lower level, as it moves up, the intensity moves up, the challenge moves up, the focus moves up, and also what we're going to lose moves up. Okay, so we are sacrificing more if we're not listening and acknowledging these lessons. And if we don't learn it on that level, it jumps up again. And some people sometimes are confused. They're just saying, oh, but I have gotten so much information and so much abundance of resource, and then what happens? Next thing they know, all of it is gone. And that's when it hits the hardest. And that is the time when a person is really testing their strength, right? That's when it's being tested right there. Will you fold, or will you just surrender to what is being told and learn how to move forward, pick up pieces, and learn lessons in order to rebuild stronger? Okay. So this is beautiful. Congratulations to everyone in the community. The abundance is here. Now, strength is what we're going to work on. Okay. All right. Let's put a little bit of Moonology on this, and let's see what we need to be focused on a little bit more of. So with this reading, I'm not going to use the tarot because the tarot will give me a specific, especially the ones I'm going to use, the ones I said I was going to use. It's going to give me specifics into the situation. I don't really want specifics into the situation. I think the intuitive message that was given was appropriate. That was what needed to be heard. I just heard, right? So I just heard that. Thank you. It said message given needed to be heard. Like message you've given needed to be heard. So I don't want to overdo it, and I don't want to start getting specific situations because we are a community of individuals. Okay. All right. So let me just look in the Moonology. Wow. That fell right on out. Okay, that's one. We'll get two of them. And I hope you're enjoying the Moonology cards. I really enjoy them myself because it ties everything up beautifully. And I think it gives people a beautiful way of focusing on their inner self and what needs to be done, the work that still needs to be done. Probably starting next week, I will be doing career readings online as well. I'm waiting for the cards that I ordered to come in, and I'm also doing a lot of meditating to get my head space together for that. But we will be doing, career readings. At this point, I don't do love readings. They just come out like the other day, The Prosperity Lies Ahead. That was kind of a love reading, but intuitively it just came out, I kind of focus this channel. I like to focus more on self-improvement, chakra alignment. We are going to start getting into chakra very soon. Chakra alignment. I focus more on the healing the individual. My chosen gem is topaz, right? And topaz, not the blue topaz, even though blue topaz is absolutely gorgeous. I like the brown one. The brown topaz is the original. That's the healing topaz, and that's the gem that I choose. Okay, all right. So, first card, confidence is key to your success, right? So that's beautiful. We just talked about that there. That's for your abundance, right? You have the strength now. Now you have working on strength, and we're working on the confidence now. We're working on the confidence so that our abundance can continue to come in, okay? A new romantic cycle begins. I don't know. My community is just, we must be some lovely, loving people. Every time I read the cards, and I shuffle them, I shuffle them, I break them in pieces, I do all of it. And this card, it keeps coming out, so I don't know. I don't know. But congratulations, right? And I'm not saying it negatively. I'm just, the odds that in a deck like this, right, a deck of 32 cards, this card keeps coming out. No matter where I put it, it comes back out. All right, but congratulations to whomever is in a new romantic cycle. And it's saying this was paired with surrender, right? So that's beautiful. Just surrender to this new romantic cycle. Okay. All right, everybody. So this is your spread. Again, I am working on the angles. I'm working on a lot of different parts here. So I am actually today, within these 24 hours, I'm going to go and get something so that I can angle it so you can look down on it, because I know it's difficult looking this way. So I do apologize for that. Okay. Actually, let me see if I can do this. There we go. Okay. So there's your spread. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great 24. And I will see you later tonight. I will be doing the tarot from Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Enjoy your 24. Have a blessed and beautiful day.